Well, welcome world. This is Maria again of Maria and Joe. And also, I have my co-host today. I'm so happy to have this woman. She's one of my guests last week and
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm back this week.
and this is Jen Ruth Ledger. And you guess what, viewers? I also happen to invite the founder of LGBT, and I've been waiting for this day to have him on my show. I've been trying. I was trying to go and see him in LA one time, and it didn't work that way. I'm kind of disappointed, but you know what? He came to see us here, and I got here today is Mr. Brian Darling. And
Hello.
you're such a darling.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am a darling. I'm a real darling.
And audience, I should have here Mr. Evans Darling, but for I think he has something to do. And can you tell the audience what Mr. Evans doing?
Well, Evan is my creative partner. He is a professional race car driver. And he just built a car. He does rally. I don't know a lot about racing. We're total opposites, Evan and I. He's a mechanic and a pro race car driver. I would much rather be getting a pedicure in the spa or having a nice dinner or hanging out by the pool somewhere. So in that respect, we're very different, but we're not related. We just both happen to have the same last name, Darling. We met organically on the internet.
Wow.
And he has a brother. Now follow me here. Evan has a brother named Brian Darling, which is the same name as me. So Evan was searching for his brother on the internet, and he found me instead. So he called me and he contacted me. We started talking, and we've pretty much over the last year and a half, we've bonded as brothers. We're like the brothers that we never had.
That's amazing. You know, you'll always find somebody, maybe your sister from another mother.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we felt
Yes.
at each other. We just met one day and we click, right? And we start
Yes.
talking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same situation.
Same thing happened with Evan and I, and I've worked in the entertainment industry for almost 30 years now. So I come from a completely different background than Evan does. And a number of years ago, Evan came out of the closet and he lost his racing sponsors. So at this particular point, when we met, we sort of were talking like, let's do a TV show or, an internet project or a streaming digital, I don't know what format it's really going to end up on. But we thought to ourselves, we're sort of like the LGBT odd couple because we're nothing alike, but we get along so well and we have this bond. We both have a passion for travel. So we've developed an adventure, travel, racing, odd couple. It's sort of like Speed Racer meets Charlie's Angels meets the Odd Couple.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that's what our show is going to be about. We have a sizzle reel and a treatment and a deck and everything, a producer on board. Her name is Sherry. And right now we're looking for representation. So we're looking for an agent. Any agents out there, please give me a call. We're looking for an agent. So, that's kind of how it works. You find an agent, and then they pitch your show, and hopefully we'll sell it to Amazon or Netflix.
Yeah, why don't you all give them your email address, or if you're open to give the audience your telephone number, go ahead.
Well, you can find me at briandarling.com. It's very easy. There's a connect link. I'm also very big on LinkedIn. Evan is edarlingracing.com. And you can find us on Facebook and LinkedIn and all the Instagram and all the social media, Twitter. I think I'm on Twitter too. I'm not a computer guy, so other people have to help me with those things.
Well, someone out there will be helping you. Well, Mr. Darling, you know what? It's been an honor, sir, for me interviewing you today, and that's the reason why I brought my friend here because I kind of nervous meeting the founder of LGBT. So
Well, I'm not a founder of anything. I've just been gay for since 1979. So there's a lot more of me out there.
there's a very humble of you. Well, what I want to talk about is I know that you've been here in Vegas. You live here in Vegas before, so I want to actually put out there to our viewers how does Vegas look like, the old Vegas.
Well, I was just talking to a friend of mine about this afternoon. I had another interview down at the Pepper Mill, which is in the center part of the Strip, right next to the what used to be the Riviera. Is now the Riviera parking lot.
It's gonna be a convention hall soon too.
Well, I first came to Vegas in 1985, which is really right around the time when the movie Casino? That was right around the time that all that stuff was really going on in real life in the mid 80s. And the feds came in and they got the mob out, and the hotel that was the subject of that movie Casino was the Stardust Hotel. And in 1986, I believe, the feds just came in, they ran in, they jumped over the counter, they put the red, the yellow tape everywhere, and, the whole thing came crashing down. Then after that, that was really the rebirth of Vegas, when the Bellagio was built, and the
MGM.
Treasure Island, MGM. The MGM used to be a tiny little hotel called the Marina Hotel. You know that little front section that comes down?
Yes.
Well, that's the original building.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And, I was down on the Strip today, and we got off on one of the exits. It's like an 8-lane, freeway, and it's
a slow moving car.
Just a city street. They were just building the Stratosphere, the big Stratosphere Tower back in those days.
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody has their little slot card, and you put your card in the machine, and it's the personality has left. You used to have to get to know someone. It was all about personal relationships.
It is.
Do you know a certain pit boss or a certain casino host? And then they would extend you courtesies of a complimentary room and food and beverage and things like that. Now you just stick your card in, and if you get a certain number of points, you get a free buffet or
free something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
or
Maybe.
a discount or free parking. I guess they're charging for parking now on the Strip, which I think is, I just can't believe it.
I know.
Can't
You
believe
go and spend all your money in the casino and then pay your parking. Is sometimes like what?
Right.
So I'd rather go. I'm not a big fan of the Strip, to be honest. I just go out there whenever somebody invite me to go and see them play because they are my prospect for my show. And this woman right here, you've been here in Vegas for how long?
Yes, I've been here for about a year.
A year. So
Yes,
she's
I've
brand new too.
been here for about a year. And just in the last year, there's been an abundance of change.
Well, I'm sure the
constant
valets
change.
really don't like. I mean, who's going to pay $25 to valet their car? I mean, I would be tipping the valet maybe $20.
Yes.
But if people are paying, and I think you guys said locals don't have to pay, and the out-of-state visitors have. Something's just wrong with that picture. I mean, we come here to gamble, and that's where we pay.
And you guys actually spend a lot of money on the.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
And then not to mention that everything on the Strip is priced higher anyway. So just food, beverages, souvenirs, things like that. So yeah, you're paying with gambling, the hotel stay, and everything else. So my sentiments exactly. At least the parking could be
Well,
free.
yeah, I
At the
mean,
very, yeah, at least.
when I go to the pool, I don't want to be laying at the pool and looking at a bunch of skyscrapers.
Absolutely.
The signage used to be. I mean, the Stardust. There's a museum in downtown Las Vegas. I think it's called the Neon Museum or something like that.
Yeah,
where they,
something
where
like
they
that.
have all the old signs and stuff.
Mhm.
I have not been down there. I really would like to go down there and see some of those old. I mean, the Stardust sign had, just thousands of different colors, and the Riviera, the front of the Riviera was very special. There's still a few around. The Flamingo is still with us, and
How about the Fremont? How can you differentiate from before and now the Fremont?
well, the Fremont experience is a whole different animal. That's really more of what Las Vegas used to be like. And I think they did a really good job with the canopy. It's about 4 or 5 blocks long.
Yes,
and,
yes, that's beautiful.
And Evan and I actually went ziplining from one end of the canopy to another, and that was a really good time. But I really like it downtown. Downtown is a
You can
little
feel
bit
it.
more personal.
Mhm.
There's certainly a different crowd.
Mhm.
The clientele is a little bit different. There's a lot more locals down there. Right now, we happen to be at the M, which I really like this property a lot for many reasons. It reminds me of the old Desert Inn. It's a little bit quieter. It's just a classy, clean property. It's out in the Southern Highlands, which is, used to be in the middle of the desert. I mean, there was nothing out here
Wow.
when I lived here. Literally nothing.
Wow, yeah. Well, I never been here. I came here 3.5 years ago. And when I came here, I'm like, this is a big zoo. That's what I.
Well, we have a glorious view of the Strip.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic at night. And this is, the view from the
From
M
this
is
M, yeah.
way, way, way out. It's probably, 10 miles, 10, 15 miles,
Miles away, yes.
West of the airport. But we're on the Strip. We're on Las Vegas Boulevard here. So
Yes, exactly. This is Las Vegas Boulevard here.
yeah, so in 10 years there will probably be, 5 or 6 more properties that will come out this way. But I've been staying here since they opened 7 or 8 years ago. And,
Wow. So you always come
I'm a
here.
big fan of the M. The food is spectacular. I have a casino host that I know personally now that's been taking care of me this entire time. So I just call her, tell her when I'm coming. They pick me up at the airport. They treat me like a king. The accommodations are spectacular. The food is great. The pool is
How often you
wonderful.
come to Vegas?
Oh, not too often anymore. I'm a gambler, so in this day and age, my resources are dedicated in other places. But I come a couple times a year, just for a couple days, and relax a little bit, and gamble a little bit, and get it out of my system. But we're really working on our project with Evan and I.